Who's he?
Kentman!
He's not important!
Okay. Hello, gamers and collectors. It's your boy Kentman, bringing you that JRPG and fan service content you deserve. And I cannot believe tomorrow, Venus Vacation Prism, their live extreme releases, and our journey leading up to this point will be over. I mean, obviously we'll be covering the game and I'll be playing it and discovering all the secrets about it and showing it off and all that jazz. But the lead up, the build up, the news, the stuff that led up to this moment is going to be some of my favorite videos that I made on the channel. I like talking about their life. At first, it was just one of those things that I made a simple video for, you know, because I love fan service games and I'm part of the fan service community, and I made it on a whim. You know, I wasn't really going to talk about it at first, but people enjoyed it. So I continued moving forward with making content, and then eventually I found myself loving finding new news and articles and things about the game and learning about the gameplay, the mini games, the characters, and all this stuff leading up to this particular moment. The delays, figuring out where we're gonna buy it, what hoops we gotta jump through to buy this game, and it's coming to an end. It's kind of emotional, not that emotional, but it's like surreal, I guess. It's like you've been, you know, putting so much time and effort into, and now it's reached the pinnacle moment, and it's kind of, you know, a little sentimental. You know, it gets a fan service person all nice and sentimental, I guess you could say. But I just hope it leads into other stuff. Like, honestly, I'm gonna love Venus Vacation, hopefully. I think it's gonna be a great game. I think it's gonna do what it's supposed to do and make us goon over sexy characters while we get to explore the dating simulator life with Dead or Alive characters. Well, Venus Vacation Dead or Alive characters. And it's just gonna be cool. So hopefully this does lead into a new Dead or Alive that's for the mainline fighting game series, and we could come back and talk about the news for that. I think one of the regrets out of YouTube and going through life is that I wasn't that heavy coveraging Dead or Alive, even though because I'm not that big into fighting games. Like, I appreciate fighting games, I'm just not good at it. And because I'm not good at fighting games, I tend to not like cover most fighting games, but Dead or Alive is a special case because even though it is a great fighting game, it is also a great fan service game with some sexy characters, male and female. And I kind of do want to cover a new Dead or Alive game that comes out in the future. Will that happen? It's up to Kill Tecmo, but I will definitely look forward to it whenever that does happen. But before we end this journey into just playing the game and news coverage, there's one last thing I want to talk about leading up to the release of Dead or Alive, or sorry, it's not called Dead or Alive first, Venus Vacation Prism. Now, before we get into the art that has been shown off for Venus Vacation for each one of the girls, from Masaki, Fiona, Elise, Tamaki, Honoka, and Nanami, and there's two videos that I wanted to draw attention to that had a lot of people upset about, which I can understand why they're concerned. And that first video is this one. Now, on Twitter, they didn't show this in any video form in the future, besides from live streams. They showed this video of Elise jump roping. And, you know, you see the titties bouncing, she's jumping. The only problem is her face expression, which I don't know if this is like an early build or just how Elise is, because she doesn't really have that much of a facial expressions, but people were upset that she is not emoting at all, which you would think she would be exhausted or have some type of expression on her face because she is jumping and doing a physical activity. So you would think she would be exerting herself a little bit more. But I did see the same scene with Honoka, and she was emoting because she's more of a perky person. And I think it's just because Elise is more of a stone face, I wouldn't say a resting bitch face, but a stone face character, that she doesn't emote a lot, even in regular scenes. So I feels like Elise was kind of the wrong choice for this. I mean, I know why they were showing it off for obvious reasons, but for the example of a brand new minigame within the game, it was probably the wrong character to use. They should have used someone that expresses more expression from Masaki, Fiona, or Honoka, which they did show in the live stream, but people were upset. Like, how are you releasing a game in these conditions? The faces are not even moving, which, to discretion, it's not moving. But at the same time, I would like to give it the benefit of the doubt. It's more of a character trait versus, you know, every character being like that. I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, they already delayed the game once. I mean, if they did do it again, which is probably late now to do it, but like, that was one thing that happened. That happened on March 10th, which I did want to talk about then, but as you all know, I got sick around that time, so I wasn't able to really do a lot of stuff. Like, they were showing off more cutscenes. This is with Nanami and her special interaction with her, which one of the things that Nanami likes is photography. She is infatuated with photography. I don't know why I stuttered there. Don't tease me in the comments for that. So she's like touching your camera, checking all your settings, and making sure all your oh god, sorry, I lost my composure a little bit. That's the girl I'm going to be starting the game off with, and I cannot wait to just, you know, enjoy Nanami in all the finest details. And like, as you can see from other iterations of the game, besides that one minigame with Elise, which is kind of an outlier, there is chances where you do see emotes. Like, you see a nice expression. This is a nice smile. The wind is moving, hair moving. Like, the animation is there. They did put a lot of budget into this game. I mean, obviously they could have put more into it, but for what it is, they did do a great job. It is a very seductive game. So I wouldn't base the entire game off of this one mini game that a lot of characters are going to be doing, especially because I feel like it's a character trait. So one of the things that they've been doing up to the release of Venus Vacation, which is tomorrow, they've been showing off these 2D artworks of each one of the characters. We have Nanami here holding her digital camera in a nice good swimsuit, which is really nice. We have Elise coming out the water in a beautiful sunset setting, nice good bikini top that shows all kinds of sides of boobage, from cleavage, under boob, a little bit of peek of the window, side boob a little bit. A beautiful setting to really get going if you love Elise. Next, we have Tamaki as well, sipping a nice good martini, having a nice romantic moment with you. This is actually one of the rooms that will be in the game, so this is actually a really good capture of this. Of course, we got Honoka as well, looking as cute and charismatic as possible. Her titties cannot get any bigger. I mean, if they did, I wouldn't mind, but they cannot get any bigger. And I just love this like kind of relaxed kind of vibe. You're kind of on like a port or a pier, and you're just chilling out on the beach side, and the sunset is really nice. Then we have the one from Masaki, which looks very beautiful and amazing, showing off all the great assets. She's even taking a picture of her beautiful thighs, which is super cute and lewd. I love it. And I love the background that it has this blur gradient kind of feel to it, and just overall, really nice, really nice. And then last but not least, we have Fiona, which Fiona is another, I think she might be my second choice, because there's something about Fiona that just has that nice good innocence, but a fucking naughty body that just speaks to my core very much. That is all the artworks. That is the lead up to Venus Vacation. And of course, they've been showing off some other stuff. They've been having live streams. They've been just really hyping up the game. And you know, I cannot be more excited. They also show an image with all, well, not all the voice actors, but some of them. We got Nanami's voice actors here, Masaki and Tamaki, and one of them's holding the Yum collab, which is only in the deluxe edition, which sucks. But you know, it's cool that they've been doing some really good marketing for the game. I feel like they've been handling everything quite well. I mean, obviously they could have done a little bit better on answering certain questions that a lot of people's had. They kind of just left it out in the air for you to find. So that's why people like me gave you the information that you need. And if you want to know all the information leading up to this point, on where to buy it, what all the translations and stuff, I made plenty of videos. Check out my previous video on my ultimate guide on how to buy it, where to buy it, what version you should buy, and all that jazz that will be in that video. So with that being said, it was a pleasure being your content creator for this journey, leading you to Venus Vacation Prism Dinner Live Extreme. And I mean, the journey is not truly over because we gotta still play the game. It's like that self-hurt meme. It's like, what do we do now? Well, now we just play the game. We play the game and enjoy it, love it, and relish in it, and see all the beautiful, fascinating moments that some things that they probably didn't even show that will be surprised for the game. And I'm looking for that. I want to know the things that they didn't show. What are the things in the game that I can crack it open like an egg and really get into the insides and understand what's good and quality about this game? You know, that's what I want to know. But either way, thank you so much for joining me on this journey leading up to the release of Venus Vacation Prism. And I'll be back tomorrow with an upload of the game, showing off the gameplay. And I also will be posting the playthrough on my second channel all the way through, and you know, it'll be one sexy fun time. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Also trying to hit 10K by the end of the year. I almost forgot about saying that. And I'll see you in the next video next time. Bye me.